Hello, Todd.
Hello, hello.
How are you, my friend? I saw you early, so I just didn't want to make you wait. But if you want, we can start later if you're busy.
I'm ready to go when you are.
Okay, then let's go. How have you been?
I'm doing well. I had a big practice 2 weekends ago, and
Uh-huh.
I had a big practice yesterday. So I am definitely feeling like I've had a lot of birthdays.
Okay. So you have been trading,
Yep.
and did you take any break?
I took all of September and the first half of October off.
Hmm. Okay. So do you feel you recovered? You are recovered?
No, no, no. It'll be a while, but I feel like I will get there, but I'm not there yet.
No, no. I mean the pain are away.
Oh, yeah, yeah. For the most part, pain's gone.
Okay, so that's the most important because if you wanna push yourself again, you want to be healed up, and then again, yeah. Do you feel
Absolutely.
yourself like when you are like fully resting? Do you feel the pain is going away, or when you train light and blood pump, and then that you feel better?
If I stop completely and rest, I tend to feel stiff.
Yeah,
And I think that leads to soreness because I think I
yeah,
lose flexibility and mobility. And I think I create soreness just because,
absolutely.
yeah. So I feel a lot better if I'm active and if I'm eating better. So,
Yeah, 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 yeah. I understand. Um, just a second. Let me get something hot. Coffee. I got cold and yeah. Anyway,
I got a
so
cold too. I've had a cold for a couple of days.
yeah, 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 yeah. And like, have you got COVID during the pandemic?
A second.
You got COVID during the pandemic? Like you
Nope,
got the
I didn't
things?
get COVID.
Oh, really? Wow. You're very. I don't know. I got twice.
Oh, well, I might have had it before everybody else did because it started in America, in
Mhm.
California, like around January before anybody really knew. And I was in California in January. So I might have caught it before it was famous.
Oh, okay. Maybe your immune system is good, and then you didn't really feel so terribly, experience so terribly.
Right.
I understand. Yeah. Anyway, so you go in Germany next month? I
Yep.
mean December. Not
Yep.
yeah.
December 9th.
December 9th. Okay. Yeah. And then January, East versus West, hopefully.
Yep.
Yep. That's good. That's good. Have you been following what's going on, with Prudnik and Devon?
Um, a little bit. I don't watch everything, but I saw a little bit here and there. And of course people tell me. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm personally very curious about that. Very curious because you know Devon closely and Prudnik, you pull with him. And whenever I ask Matt Mask, who also had a match with Prudnik, he said that Devon would beat him, but at 115 kg, which is 253 pounds, he would slightly favor Prudnik. This is what he says. So I would like to, whenever you train with Devon, you had a super match with two guys back to back, and yeah, and Devon was in incredible shape. He was getting ready for Levan. So, but if you just consider that, just for example, maybe in January they will pull, maybe in Istanbul in 19 days. It is still not
mhm.
clear. People,
Yeah.
people are. I really don't know because Devon is very, how to say, hard to understand him. And I talk with him. I don't understand what he's saying. And so if he pulls in November, he is basically doing his daily thing, going there training, then not a special. preparation for Prudnik while Prudnik was ready for already for Michael. So what do you think that possibility is if they pull in January or if they pull in Istanbul in 19 days? How do you see in both cases?
If they pull in January, I think Devon's the favorite to win that match, but only because Devon's, a unique enough puller. I would still favor Prudnik on a rematch. I think Prudnik's practiced with Devon now, so it might be equaled up. But I think Devon has an advantage on their first match when they first meet. But I think Prudnik will be able to overcome and win the rematch. Now, if they pull in November, Devon's advantage over Prudnik is even smaller, because if they pull the 19 days, I think Devon still goes in as the favorite, but he's not a huge favorite as if he would if he goes in January.
Or you are saying that in January he would be a huge favorite, not slightly favorite.
I think he would be a very large favorite in January. He'll have time to get the weight right, accommodate for it, and train. If he goes in November, I think he's got an advantage just because of his abilities and experience. But in both cases, I think Prudnik will learn what he needs to learn, come back with something different, and I think Prudnik would be the favorite on the next match. Just like it took Devon a couple of tries to figure out Michael Todd, I think it might take Prudnik a try or two to figure out Devon.
What makes you think that Prudnik will learn more than Devon will learn from their match?
Because I think Prudnik is more versatile than Devon. I think Devon's a very versatile arm wrestler, but I think Prudnik's probably a step up in that. And I think Prudnik he'll be able to adapt his more conventional training style quicker than what I think Devon could.
Yeah, but just think this way. You are saying that Devon will be a huge favorite in January. And if somehow Devon beats Prudnik in November 19, if he comes, and then with the more preparation, would you still see Prudnik favorite for the revenge match? Like if Devon wins, even in such case, do you think that with a specific preparation, it will be even more dangerous, Prudnik? Do you think there is a possibility like that as well? Or
yeah, I think Prudnik wins the revenge match. I think their power might be close, or Prudnik's probably even has more power. What's tricky with Devon is he's a little unorthodox, and his hand is really, really good, and Prudnik's hand is really, really good. I just think Prudnik is more comfortable transitioning than what Devon would be. And I think, and the two of them mentally get in each other's case, and it's going to be fun to watch either way, but I'm telling you, Prudnik feels like something else to me. He feels like something special. So
yeah, I agree. And the question is, what will Prudnik learn, in your opinion? Specifically,
I think he will.
If you were Prudnik, what would you learn? Because looks like you have experience with Devon. You to have the tools or not to have the tools to apply what you learn is a different story. But if you had the tools to beat Devon, what would you learn? What would you know to beat him?
I think what Prudnik's going to learn, if you look at Devon's match with John, John just got super frustrated with the way Devon was controlling that whole front side of the match. I don't think Prudnik's had that level of trolling on him yet, because Prudnik's, always widely the favorite going into a match. This would be one of the first times where Prudnik goes in not a clear favorite. So I think Prudnik's going to have to learn to deal with that. I think Prudnik's going to have to learn to deal with Devon's otherworldly endurance. You know, Devon's not scared to try some crazy stuff that nobody's ever seen before. So, but
What do you mean?
well, pumpkin training and all this his training on how he prepared for Levon, or how he got really, really big to pull Michael Todd and then just basically shut his hand down. I mean, it's all, you never really know what's happening with Devon. He always comes up with this a little bit different. So, but yeah, I still think Devon's the favorite in the first match, the first super match.
Yeah. Another question. How do you see Prudnik beating Devon specifically?
Faster.
Fast, which way? Which way?
Fast. I see him probably fast in a hook, like getting inside fast and going sideways.
Without the strap, with strap.
It's hard to say. I think Devon prefers the strap, and I think Prudnik would be fine with it. But I think Prudnik will hit hard and fast enough that if Devon slips, it's close to a losing position. I think Prudnik's got substantially more speed or power than Devon does. But in all likelihood, if Devon wants it in the strap, it'll be in the strap pretty much every time.
I mean, like the rules that, if you remember, we said as long as it is not like pin level, parallel pin or something, any slip, we said strap, as long as your elbow is on the pad. So I think it will be easier for Devon to slip, but we will see. I mean, you managed to go to slip with Prudnik round 3.
Yeah. Like I said, if Devon wants it in the straps, it'll be in the strap every time. I'm pretty sure.
So he would manage to slip. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. How about Devon also has that shoulder pressure mixed hook. Do you think there is any possibility like that if he enters the match?
It'll be harder on Prudnik because he's taller. That works really well if there's a big height difference. And Prudnik's hand, I think, is good enough. If Prudnik thinks it's coming, I think he'll get Devon's hand far enough outside to where you can't get that, where Devon can't get his shoulder in line with it. So, I mean, that's an effective move, but it's way more effective if you are substantially taller than the other guy, or if you have quite a bit more power.
Minimum 10 centimeters taller, like minimum 4 inches taller than Prudnik. Devon.
Yeah, but that ain't too much. I mean, and diving inside on Prudnik, I don't know if that's it'll be interesting to see because Prudnik's pretty comfortable inside.
Yeah.
And
looks like round 2.
I'm going to be really interested to see how good Prudnik's hand is compared to Devon's.
Round 2, you caught him somewhere, but you got fouled.
Yeah.
In the hook, you stop him.
When you got a height difference, it's easy if there's a height or a weight difference, it's very easy for the other guy to push you off your pad,
I understand. And like we can easily say that these two are two like of the smartest with the very high like table IQ.
Yeah.
And very well-rounded, very technical, very smart. I mean, there will be a lot of like how to say like a chess game there. The IQ level will be off the roof. Like that. Do you agree with that?
I absolutely agree with that. I'm very excited to see this match. Prudnik's probably the closest thing to a second John as there could be a second John.
I agree. Yeah. But let's see how it will be, because I don't think that Prudnik has ever met someone like Devon.
I agree. I don't think Prudnik's ever gone in like.
Yeah, that is the reason that you are saying that he's gonna lose the first time when they meet.
Yeah, I also don't think Devon will take a match unless he's a clear favorite. You know what I'm saying? So all this trouble you're getting negotiating him. What's that?
So you are saying that he's not coming on November, or you think that he wouldn't take the match if he didn't believe that he's gonna beat him?
If Devon's not 95% sure he's going to beat Prudnik, he won't take the November match, but he will be that confident by January.
Oh, okay. So, but still, being
But they
confident.
practice, so Devon's got an idea what Prudnik's like, because I saw a video of them practicing not too long ago.
After you pull Prudnik, did you think that he would beat Devon in same weight?
It's hard for me to judge because both those guys beat me pretty substantially, but they both felt equal levels, but in different ways. I mean, there's depth when you grab somebody who's clearly an elite arm wrestler, And I'm highly impressed with both of them. So yeah, that's definitely a good match. Prudnik versus Devon is definitely a good match to watch. Even if the score comes out 5-0, it don't mean they're far apart. I mean, they could be.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. So basically, you are saying that Prudnik needs to be fast. It means that Prudnik either will win fast or he's gonna lose the match.
I think Prudnik's easiest path to win is fast. I think I would give the endurance advantage to Devon, but I don't think Prudnik's going to get tied up and locked in place. I just think that Prudnik's definitely faster than Devon. And I think Devon likely has more endurance than Prudnik. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen Prudnik pull a lot of long matches, but never against big people.
No, there is no human being on this earth like Devon. I'm convinced. You would know better. You pull him, but in my opinion, there is no human being about the endurance like this guy. I don't think that any match which is very close can be won by his opponent. I don't think so. Rudnick may win a match which is not a flash pin, but only if he has very good advantage position, not in an equal position. I don't think he can beat him that way. Yeah.
But you got to remember,
Huh?
Just remember, Prudnik was preparing for Michael Todd, and Michael Todd has a lot of long matches. So I think Prudnik was already prepping for a long match.
But long match against Michael and long match against Devon is different, because whenever you pull with Michael, sometimes he loses his reach. It is possible to climb up. But whenever you play the game, outside game with Devon, his hand is usually more solid than his opponents. Like even round one, if you remember, when Levon went fully outside, his wrist was like this. Devon's wrist was like this too, but Levon also lost a little bit his wrist. He came barely to the pad level, barely. And then Levon realized that the second round, he went more, still with pronation, but more sideways he went, like compared to that fully outside move. So even if Levon had that kind of problem, it means that Devon is very solid wrist. And, when you go like wrist to wrist, back pressure to back pressure, it is not that easy to, but against Michael, he also takes your wrist, but I have seen some people climbing up over Michael's hand, but I don't remember if the match is stopped, people are going up over Devon's hand, so that's my opinion. Also, the Gennady versus Devon would be a very good match too, because I think Gennady also has very good endurance when the match is, Gennady doesn't like those dominating power guys, you understand? Like Jerry, incredibly horsepower, Dave, incredibly horsepower, you understand? But Devon is not like that. Devon is also, the chess player, and Gennady is the same way. I think it would be incredible match, because when Gennady also equals the match, he is also very good. I don't know. We will see. We will see how the matches will be. Let's see if Devon, because he's confusing me with the videos he's sharing. So I don't know if it's coming or not. You think he will come or not?
I can't. I don't have a clue what he's thinking. I don't know. I could be sitting next to him and still not know what he's thinking. So I can't help you there, boss.
Yeah, that's what I feel. People are thinking that I should be knowing this already, and because like I'm in communication with him. No, it's not. He's just talking. So I don't know how you call it in English. The philosophy. How do you call that? Um,
He's obfuscating.
anyway, so whatever. So let's see how it will be. And how were you seeing Michael versus Devon? If the
Michael
match will
Todd
happen.
versus Devon.
No, so, the Prudnik versus Michael. Sorry.
I think Prudnik was the clear favorite against Michael.
Hmm, I understand. I understand. Yeah. Anyway, so let's see. Let's see how it will be. So, what do you think about the other matches? Let's start with Dave Chappie versus Hermes Gasparini. Do you think
All
the
right.
first question? First question. Do you
Got
think
my
that?
notes.
do you think that? Do you think that Jerry or Dave is a harder match for Hermes Gasparini?
Do I think Chafee or who?
See, Jerry Cadoret get injured, so he's out.
Right.
So now Dave Chappie replaced him. Do you think that Jerry was a harder match than Dave Chappie match, or Dave Chappie is a harder opponent for Prudnik than Jerry? So this is like,
I think Dave is a harder opponent for Hermes than Jerry would be myself. And I ranked the 7 matches I can talk about, which all have West people in them. The
okay.
Hermes versus Dave Chafee is my second most confident match. The thing with Dave
Match?
runs hot and cold. You know,
Most what
sometimes
match?
Dave and Hermes is my second most confident.
Most, I couldn't. Sorry about it. Most hyped.
My confidence in my prediction.
Oh, okay. Sorry about it. Sorry for my limited English. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
No, that's all right. Dave runs hot and cold, and sometimes he's a monster, and sometimes he just loses these frustrating matches. But what I saw Dave do with Vitali, I like Dave's chances against Hermes. I mean, Hermes is really, really fast, but Dave can deal with fast stuff. So, yeah, and I think Dave is going to be a more complicated opponent for Hermes than what Jerry would have been.
See, this is Dave being like harder opponents than Jerry is one thing, and Dave's chance against Hermes is another thing. So what's his chance? You think he's gonna win?
Well, I'm going to predict the West wins all these matches. I'm just going to tell you what they need to do to win. And
okay, tell me. Yeah.
Yeah. If Dave, as long as Dave prepares for Hermes' speed and can catch that match, I like Dave's horsepower over Hermes. So as long as Dave's been hitting the weights really, really hard and just pulling Hermes like he did Vitali, I like Dave's chances.
But how do you see that? Like 55-45 barely, or you like a clear like favorite, or
I'll go 60-40.
60-40. So you are saying that Dave should win that match. This is what you are saying.
I believe Dave wins that match.
I understand. Yeah. And this is the second match that you are most confident about your prediction.
This is the second match.
Okay. What's the match that you are most confident?
John versus Oleg.
And you are saying that John is gonna beat him for sure.
Yep. I think Oleg will test John's hand. Oleg pulls very similar to what John does with that knuckles high. I just think John's a chameleon, and I think John will figure something out. I think lately John's been pulling a lot of long matches and having to fight hard for it. But I think John went back after the Ankabayev match and got his head right, and I'd like John's chances against Oleg. I'm most confident about John and Oleg. So that's probably a 70-30.
Wow. Question: have you been talking with John lately? Any phone talk? How does he feel? Anything? No.
No.
Okay.
Nothing recent.
Okay, okay. So you are, but you did you see Petrenko's interview?
I did not. I was watching Oleg's videos of him, and there's not like the videos I saw of him. I think the the most recent match I saw of his was from the 2019 Zloty, and some fairly older videos. There's a lot of training and a lot of interviews and a lot of talk
Yeah.
and a lot of practice arm wrestling, but I was just looking for competition matches.
You want me to give you some more information about him?
Sure,
Recent?
absolutely.
The information at the Zloty tour, he was 209.
Right.
And here he will be 230 pounds. And another thing, according to his own words, he is 30% stronger than with the weights that he's lifting than his Zloty shape. This is what he says. And he says the new era started for arm wrestling. And he says that East versus West is the evidence of this. And so we will see if there is new era or John is gonna teach him something that he never experienced.
I think he's right that there is a new era. I mean, I think arm wrestling has changed some, and you're starting to see a different style of arm wrestling now come out. But, that's talking on a macro level. That's the whole population of arm wrestlers. John is still a singular event. You can always have an exception to the rule.
Yeah, but Todd, just think about like 10 years ago. Think about Rustam Babaev, think about Arsen Liliev. I mean, like, can you say that athletes today is just much better than those athletes at that time?
No, I think Rustam and Arsum are examples of, but they were kind of rare at the time. I think you're seeing more and more arm wrestlers like Rustam and Arsen.
Yeah, at that time there was also Turubin. Remember the top 8 that you competed with, like other guys, Krasimir, you, and some others. So I'm just trying to say that, like in every decade, there are some great. Even today, yeah, there are. You are right. There are more of the great arm masters. Numbers are more, but like if you compare the best from 10 years ago and best from today, you cannot say that today's best would for sure would be the best 10 years ago.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm
Yeah,
saying when John was in his heyday,
yeah,
John was all by himself,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Then a
Yes,
couple of years later, you've got some real significant elite athletes where we can put Rustam, Arsen, Zoloff in that group. I just
yeah.
think that the high level, the number of arm wrestlers at a very high level is getting more and more instead of it just being John by himself. I think
Oh
there's
yeah,
now
yeah.
like
But
dozens of it.
yeah, but John by being by himself, still, if you would just bring here 2006 Vegas John, I mean, he would just, sorry, but drill all of them, The one that you were you there in Vegas, you were not there, right? 2006 when he beat Perry, Travis, and all of them that day. You were there?
2000. No, I didn't start arm wrestling. I was not there, but I was arm wrestling.
No, no, year before you beat John front of me in 2005. So I'm saying the year after the 2006 Vegas, I mean, that year, the John, I mean, forget about the guys from his weight category now. I don't know, like, except Levan, I don't know how many human beings in the history could beat John. Yeah, he was incredible. I mean, we can't compare John, 58 years old, with all that shoulder injury, less signal going his hand. I mean, he is not that John. So beating him today is a great, but doesn't prove a lot, in my opinion.
Agreed. I agree with you.
Okay, so you are saying Dave is beating Hermes. And can I ask you something? How
Yeah.
much patriotic feelings are getting involved with your predictions?
Oh, all of them. I'm only going to pick, I only want to talk about 7 matches where the West wins, the 7 matches that the West involved, and I'll tell you what they have to do to win. That's all. I don't want to pretend to be unbiased or fair because I just ain't. So I'm going to tell you, if I was the coach for the West, I will tell you what I
Okay,
would
so
tell these guys to win.
you are not looking with an objective eyes, but you are looking at the subject as a patriotic American.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, okay. Tell
And
us.
I think everybody does. I'm just going to be honest and tell you that's what
Yes,
I'm
of
doing.
course. There is nothing more normal than this one. I mean, the
Yeah.
opposite way would be not normal, you know. Okay, tell us how John beats. You already told, right? You said that
Yeah.
he will, yeah, he will find a way, and he knows how to pull long matches in a ugly position, both of them, like the way that he pulled those some matches with Chan Shaw, and then he pulled with what's the tall guy's name? I forgot, from Texas. The He was Russian or Ukrainian. Mm,
Oh, I know the guy. I know the match. I can't remember his
yeah,
name,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. So you are saying that, yeah, even John is in this position, he is more used to pulling that way than probably Petrenko is, and then. And Petrenko is the student of Andrei Pushkar, rest in peace.
yes, he is. He's
Yeah,
famous for that. That's
yeah.
I saw
Are you
several
gonna tell us
videos.
how Dave is gonna beat Hermes, or you already said about it? I mean,
I
you're
think
done.
Hermes is going to hit what he normally does, and I think Dave's going to cup that hand and drag him back. And Dave's got like 2 or 3 really good hits every match. So if Hermes can survive Dave's hit for the 3rd time, Hermes is in good shape. The problem is that's it's hard to survive that 3 times, you know.
I understand. I understand. Do you think that many people are thinking that the first round is gonna go to Dave Chappie because he's incredibly strong in a fresh match, while Hermes is also very explosive? How do you see the round one exactly? Who's gonna pass the center?
I I don't know because the first round is they both walk up with their plan. They don't know, and then when they first grip, because I don't think they've ever pulled each other, so there's going to be a they'll they'll fight for the grip. They'll Dave win the first match likely, but I mean I'm still 60-40 on that, just overall. I mean, to me, I think Dave's got a 60-40 chance at every match. So,
Mm. Yeah, this is what you are saying is like prediction, but you
yeah.
said if you were the coach of American team, we didn't see anything. You're telling us that like Dave should do this, Dave should do that. Did you say, or I miss it?
Oh, no, I didn't say. I don't think Dave and Hermes are going to see. I don't think you're going to see anything drastically different from either one of those guys that you haven't seen before. I think they're going to be pretty much one-dimensional, and if they try something else, unless Dave pulls out that inside press again, I don't think you're going to see. They're not Prudnick and Devon where they got like a
Okay,
thousand
okay,
tools.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
got
yeah,
one hammer and they got one little screwdriver. They're not,
yeah, yeah.
Prudnick has got 100 tools in his box.
Yeah. So you are saying that all they will do is what we already know what they can do, and then the result will be like that. No need to be a special coaching for any of them. Their way
No.
is known, and then according to you, you think that they will be stronger and will win, and there is no need to coach John as well. So this is probably right. No need to tell John what to do, and then okay, how about the other matches?
Match number 3 is Matt Mask and Sandras.
Oh
And
yeah,
I think that's going to be a lot like the Hermes. And I think they're both going to do the same thing over and over again.
what do you mean?
I think Matt needs to pull more backwards instead of straight sideways because I think Sandras is a little bit better with his hand wise. So if Matt just keeps hitting straight to the other peg, I think he'd be in trouble. So if he can hit more backwards, I think that would be the advantage. I think that's what Matt has to do to beat Sandras.
So you are saying that he needs to get the position first and then go for the pin.
Well, Matt's hit is just, I don't even know if he has, but I mean, he hits and then he collects position on the way down. It's just that Matt's hit is so sideways where I think they'll be in the straps. And I think if Matt hit more towards his corner of the pad than start straight towards the peg, anything to get Sanders's hand away from his body a little bit, because I don't think Matt has such the height that hitting peg to peg works if you got a big hand height advantage. But Sanders is fairly tall in and of himself. So
Yeah, both are about the same, 195 centim and
yeah.
197 centim. Yeah, maybe Matt is maybe 1 inch taller than him. Yeah, So you are as a team of the coach of the team West, you would tell him, take him to your side of the table, then go for the pin. That's what,
Exactly.
because you are saying that the straight from start position to the sideway, you are saying that Sanders may be stronger.
I think Sanders is a little bit more versatile than Matt. So
Yeah.
if you go straight sideways, I think Matt could find himself tied up in a hook, and he doesn't want that.
Oh
You
yeah,
know?
I understand. Yeah.
Matt
Yeah.
wants his knuckles high, and Matt does not want to cross center or go anywhere near the center of the table.
Mm-hmm.
Because Matt's not going to pull out a press in the middle of this match, and Matt's not going to hook anybody. You know, he's going to rely on speed and explosiveness, and he's got to get it on backwards. You know, he's got to prevent Sanders from catching him.
The question, I have seen you pulling Matt, he top roll your wrist, but you beat him with the dead wrist. And do you think there is a possibility that Sanders to do such thing to Matt?
Sanders is certainly strong enough to do that, which is why you don't want Sanders anywhere near, you know, that's why Matt's got to pull him, not cross center. You know, you can do that. You can stop somebody like that and pull them without your wrist, but it's really hard if I'm across center. I got him because I'm doing a lot of backwards dragging to do that. So Matt's got to keep Sanders's hand on his side of the table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are some questions I would like to ask. Curious, thank you for your super chat. He says, this is not a question, but Hermes wins 3-1, John 3-0, Devon 3-2. We need Taras back, Taras Iwakin. You have never seen Taras Iwakin, right? In real life? No, right? Never met in the same event. Top roll is for Smart. He is asking, this is nickname, do Prudnik is stronger than Todd Hutchings, or it's a matter of technique? Is Prudnik stronger than you, or it is all about his technique?
I think Prudnik is stronger than me, and I think he's got better technique.
Or he's also stronger than you think?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Guys, there was 2 more questions. I don't know how. I just can't go to those questions. Early super chats there were. I just didn't want to. What was that? I remember the first one. I cannot reach there. Can somebody write the top 2 or 1 super chats? Okay, so, and then what's the next one that you are so sure? I mean, not
Paul
so sure.
Lynn in Irakli.
Oh, okay. One second. Sorry about it. You are telling Matt how to win, what he needs to do, but it's not prediction.
No, it's not a prediction.
Okay,
I think Matt wins if he does that. The problem is I've never seen Matt do that. So if I'm Matt's coach, this is what he has to do to increase his chances. I put Matt and Sanders at about 50-50.
Okay, I see. Timmy Turner, can you find the top super chat 1 or 2 I missed? So please, because I don't want to upset anyone. Okay, what's the next one, Todd?
Paul Lynn in Irakli Gam Tenadzi. Yeah, that looks like a couple of hook guys going at it. What Paul Lynn needs to.
One is like this. The other one is, going that way. So
Paul Lynn better get some pronation because that Irakli guy will hang there. The only way, and he looks strong there, and I saw him hold on to a lot. But so Paul, if he's close, he better get some pronation in that hook, or else Irakli will just bleed him dry. So if I was Paul Lynn's coach, he'd be doing isometrics with a multi-spinner hanging out there for a long, grueling match. A lot of force and a lot of pronation. Because they're going to go into the hook. So there's no worry, neither one of them is going to do anything goofy. But it's a battle of 2 different styles of hooks.
You think Paul is going to go directly hook?
I have
seen Paul trying to go top roll too, but I have seen him hooking both John and Ron. He couldn't finish John, but who can beat Rambat. So I think his explosiveness is incredible, incredible. But will it be enough to finish Irakli Kamtenazi or Irakli with his weird, unorthodox style like this?
Yeah.
He doesn't go like this to other people. The open arm top roll. He goes hook and then he drives his shoulder to win inside. And whenever he is like this, even he is on bicep, his arm position is working like pronator here because your arm can't be go to more bicep. You understand? If you are like this, your arm is like this. Your pronator is turned. But just because you throw yourself here, look at your arm is just pronated. The guy can't go on it because he needs to break your elbow. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So he needs to.
Paul better develop a lot of that pronation on his own side, or else I think it'll be a hard day for him.
Yeah. 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 So and uh, what's your suggestion to him? Did you tell me or?
I hope he's training isometrics, but when Paul's in that hook, he needs to be getting some of that pronation out too. He can't let Irakli sit like that. He's got to get Irakli twisted up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. 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 Well, he's so quick, so fast, so explosive. He just goes there. So, I mean, good. And I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. Like, if it totally depends where the match stops, or if the match stops.
Yeah.
If the match stops in an equal
I
position,
think they're going to be. I think they'll be 15-second matches. I think they'll be fairly long matches. I think they'll bam, and then they'll grind it out, and that's where you'll see, either Paul gets some pronation in there or Paul gets just drug over. So, but I think they'll hit. I don't think Irakli will flash pin Paul. So I think it's up to Paul to develop some pronation backwards. Try to, get Irakli out of that comfortable spot.
I mean, if somebody is flashing somebody that match, I think it's Paul because Paul is the one that is explosive one. I mean, I don't know. And what's your prediction?
That one I think is 50-50.
No, 50-50. Yeah, I understand. And arm wrestling, Derek Smith. Thank you, my friend. Engin, I always wanted to hear you and Todd debate about optimal training strategies. What do you feel about the conju- conjugate method? I don't know what it is, my friend. Maybe I know the Turkish meaning, but I don't know what it is in English. Sorry for my limited English. So I really don't know. Um, um, so what's the next one?
Ryan Bowen and Zarab Tavaridze. I don't know how to
Yeah,
Zarab.
yeah. And
I think I think Ryan has to pull like Chance did. Ryan
that's
doesn't have Chance's hand. This is a hard one for Ryan.
And does he have the tools that Chance has?
Man, I don't think so. I think no, this is a tough match for Ryan. I think for Ryan to beat Zurab, man, I think I would tell him to follow that hook as close to the pad as you can, and then start trying to pronate that hand out. Make it. Try not to get into a battle like Ron Bath did. I don't think Ryan can pull as long as Ron did. If Ryan could set up and clamp onto that hand, get in the straps, and get a good posting top roll or something, that's about the best he can get Zarab. Zarab's leaning into his hook. I think that's a bad day for Ryan. So Ryan's got to do whatever he can to keep Zarab standing up neutral. And since Ryan's got a little bit of height on Zarab, I think he could potentially do that. The posting type top roll. This is a tough one for Ryan. I'll admit.
Yeah. I mean, the truth is, I see Ryan underdog. I shouldn't say this, but I also share with him how I would pull Zurab if I was gonna pull. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think Zurab is stronger and Ryan is more technical, but will it be enough? Will he have enough of power to make what he know effective against Zurab? I don't know. I don't know. We will see.
I
But
think Ryan's best chance is to stay out of the straps. I don't think you want Zurab in the straps where he can access all that power. So I hope Ryan clamps a little bit low on that hand to stop Zurab from slipping out and then throws a massive high top roll onto him, a nice posting or a nice,
okay, I will
Travis
tell you
Basic
how I
style
would do.
top roll.
I think what I will tell you this Zurab is going. Zurab wouldn't get offended me saying this because he knows that he's clear favorite. So if you are watching this or if somebody tells you this, Zurab, I'm sorry. But Zurab has short arm. He doesn't have long reach. You understand? So what he wants to use this bottom two finger and this bottom wrist flexor with the supination and then go sideways that way. So he is getting most of his power with this keeping this angle and then pressing that way. So if I were Ryan, I would drop my hand a little bit here and then apply pressure from here before the match to his little finger already to keep here far because he will have to come even more to control that. And he's already giving his pronator. So what I would do, I would just keep here far. And then whenever Zurab is coming this way with supination, I would still keep here the pressure and I would add wrist curl to make his palm turn that way and roll so that he would be like this. So that is the way to be because the power is coming with the pressure from the body. So if you cut this pronation connection, and if you already made here, like, with your drop hand pressure, and then you make him go palm up, and then while he's palm up, if you also roll his bicep that way, it is hard for him to put, the same pressure that when he's tight here. So he needs to cut all the connection between his hand, Zurab's hand, and the shoulder, then apart, then he can win. Any possibility that Zurab keeps this angle, even his wrist is like this, he can still put so much pressure. You know that. You know that.
Yeah. Do you do you think Ryan should go in the straps or stay out of the straps?
No, it is, Todd, like there are not many people that can secure that and can be sure of that. We all need to go every arm wrestling match by thinking that it is gonna be a strap match. Even you can train for not to allow, but you cannot depend on it. You need to
Right.
say, okay, this match is gonna be a strap match. Because I mean, not many people, like everyone. I mean, almost. If your name is Levan or something, you don't allow some. But even Ongarbe was able to go. Dave Chaffee couldn't, but Ongarve did it. So I mean, but still, even against Levan, it's possible. So whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, like if it is up to Ryan, I wouldn't go strap. But can
No,
he?
if I was Ryan, I'd say, yeah, grip low, like you said. Do not let him slip if you can't. Make it
Yeah, but
ugly,
whenever
and then
you
like
hold
you
on so
said,
much, you may get
yeah,
hooked too. So you need to also secure, your here because you hold on to not the allow, he may also hook you suddenly. So it is not that easy to have the pronator control and control an opponent hand at the same time. Not super easy. And I saw that.
right.
I don't know. I don't know. But
No,
I knew.
that's a tough road for Ryan. That's a tough match for Ryan.
Yeah, I knew the chance was gonna beat Zurab. When I said this match, people blame me. "Oh, why you do that? Why you do this? Zurab is gonna kill him." And I'm like, I mean, if I know about arm wrestling, this is a hard match for Zurab because even you hardly stop chance. You got the pronator. If you would
Yeah.
also lose your pronator like this, there he would pin you. Look at the
Oh,
round
yeah.
one.
It's hard to get your arm out of that if you get
whenever
palm
whenever
up.
he goes
Yeah.
for the pin, his wrist was moving like that because of your pronator. He couldn't pass that. So if he would also control you like this, he would pin you, but he couldn't. But Zurab doesn't have that here. Zurab gives totally supinated. He gives his pronation and just dives in. So I'm like, I mean, that guy Chance Shaw, once he has this cupping, he is incredibly effective guy, dangerous guy.
Yeah.
And what's the next one there?
Justin Bishop and Mindaugas Tarasidis.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is one where Justin has to, I hope Justin's been training his bands and his plyometrics, and I hope he comes out strong and powerful. I don't want Justin to be in a long match here. I want him, but the thing with this is I don't know how long Justin's been inactive. I haven't seen him in years. You know, I hope he's been training more than just the 2 or 3 months that he's known about this. You know, I mean, because
he said that the reason he couldn't trade was pain. And when he took break, he said that he was super healed up. Everything was just like so good. I mean, to me, that the muscle memory is there. Of course, you need long train, but being healthy with the joints, I don't know how much you suffer from the joint pain, but we normal human beings, not like you, once we suffer, you know, we really suffer. We can't do anything. So he told me that he was like not the left arm, but he said his right arm was super healed up and he's ready to pull. And I don't know, he's a dangerous guy. Let's see. And who's winning there?
If Justin's, well, this is another hard match for Justin, because I don't know if Justin's ever been out of the country except for when he went to Australia.
Moldova event, he came with you in 2018.
That's right, Moldova. And that wasn't real successful for him. So
he lost to Irakli Zirakashvili, but there he beat Viorel Dobrin. He didn't perform bad, but he wasn't super. But he was good, not bad.
Yeah. This is one where Mindaugas is tough. He'll be tough for Justin. If Justin's fast, you know, dominates it quick. I don't want Justin in a real long match here. This I probably think I wouldn't be. This could be 50-50 just because I haven't seen Justin, you know, pulling or. I mean, he might be strong and healthy, but if you haven't competed in a while, you usually go up to that match slow, and you know, and I just if Justin's missing go, he's going to have a hard time. So I really hope he's been practicing. Ready goes in practice. I hope he's been doing his bands. I hope he's been doing his plyometrics. I think power-wise, he's there. I'm just afraid if Mindaugas gets the jump on him, you know, Justin's always fighting from a losing position, and that makes for a hard day, you know, especially if you're in a foreign country.
The match is at 180, and Mindaugas is about 167, 165. I have never seen him 170.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So Justin should have a power advantage if it does stop. I just hope, you know, Justin's not on the losing side of the table after go.
I understand. And what's the next one?
The last one is Cobra Rhodes and Hadar.
Yeah.
And I don't have a clue, man. I haven't seen either one of these guys. I mean, I looked on YouTube for Hadar videos. I found one from 13 years ago. And I don't think I've seen Cobra Rhodes for 5 years. So this is like a classic car race or something. I mean, this is
what it is. This is legend category for people who have been inactive, but in the past were world champions, legendary athletes. This is what it is, you know. So yeah, this is a match like that. Yeah.
Yeah, this is for the museum, is what this is.
Yeah, this is like to honor our legends from the past, you know, people who inspired us. And you ever heard Sharon Remes?
Yeah.
See, Sharon Remes and Zaur was the super heavyweight world champion from 30 years ago. They are gonna also meet in January event in the super heavyweight legend category. So this is that type of yeah.
So this is all retro. Okay, that'll be interesting. I can't even begin to predict on this. I don't have a clue. You know, Cobra was one of the greatest, but
yeah,
that's a long time. That's a long time to not do nothing.
They pulled in the WAF final 22 years ago. These two. And Cobra
that's about how long I've been arm wrestling, was 22 years.
Yeah. First time I saw you was 2001 hardly pull 80 kilo. You were then you were
Yeah.
skinny. Yeah, you were skinny. I think you were 2 and out. And
Yep.
then next thing I saw 3 years later, you beat John Burzing in Vegas. I
Yep.
mean, he won at the end by fouls. But to be fair, I think he was pulling two categories. He was
He
pulling
was.
90 and supers. Yeah,
He was.
yeah. Anyway, so but you have been following. I know you want to only comment on the American guys, but there is like, for example, Morozov versus Revas match. You are familiar with these guys.
I will pick Morozov on that.
In which way you pick him to beat him, in a hook or a top roll?
Top roll.
Oh, he's gonna top roll him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. That is also another interesting match. Two giants, at the table. I will be very curious about it. Will you watch the event? Do you plan to watch?
I'm gonna watch.
You're gonna watch?
I gotta count the strap matches and I gotta count who wins on which table side.
Yes, yes, yes. You did a good job with that one. Yeah. And also Hermes Gasparini Morozov, left arm.
I think Hermes.
Hermes is gonna top roll him with left arm.
Yeah. I think Morozov's close. I don't think Morozov wins this. I think Morozov eventually wins and becomes like some super elite champion. And I think we're just starting to see it, but I think Hermes will be, well,
He
that's
beat
right. Hermes is pulling
Cody
both. Yeah, I think Hermes still wins, and I think Hermes' left-handed match hurts him for his, because Dave and Hermes will be like last, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's risky for Hermes to pull a left-handed match before pulling that right-handed
No.
match.
He's gonna pull right arm match first with Dave, and then later.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but the same. Morozov also will pull Revas. Say they both have right arm match before, and then they will both of them have very tough opponents. And then at the end of the event, they will pull against each other with left arm, because it's
Okay.
normal that they want to save. They kind of see that because if they pull against each other, they will not have any advantage, but they will have disadvantage against their right arm opponents. So they
Right.
just take care of that. That's more fair for them.
It
Yeah.
is. Okay.
And what do
I
you
didn't
think?
know that. I was assuming that the Hermes match and the John Brzenk match would be the last two matches of the night, but
Yeah. Normally, John Burzing match would be the last one, but there needs to be a match after, because they want some break between. You understand, these two guys? We don't
right.
want them to pull and then pull left arm right after. And do you know Adam Warzinski?
I do not.
You don't know Adam Warzinski from America? No?
Mm-mm.
Wow, it's interesting. He's rocking under 90, 95 kilo. He's beating some tough guys. Yeah, wow, it's interesting that you don't know your guy.
Well, he wasn't on the list you gave me, was he?
He should be. Bojidar and Adam Warzinski. Can you check?
I will check. Let's see.
With Bojidar Semenov.
Oh, let's see.
You see?
Wait, let me get to the list.
See, this guy is. Do you know why it is interesting that you don't know this guy? Do you know who is
Why?
his student is?
Who?
Chad Silvers.
Oh, I know Chad Silvers.
Of course, you know. I think at the beginning he was also your coach.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. You know what? He's coming also to Istanbul to coach Adam.
Okay. Oh, that'd be nice. I wish I was there then.
Yeah, he will be at his corner. Yeah.
Well, I've heard of Bozidar. I haven't heard of Adam. So, but if Adam's from the West, I guess what I would, yeah. Then he should win. How would I coach? Of course, if Chad's his coach, he's already got his top rolling game down. So I would probably also coach him to work on his side pressure.
Yeah. See, Derek Smith, thank you for your super chat, my friend. Engin, I believe Revas will roll Morozov, he says. He says that Revas is going top roll, and this is coming from someone who pulled them, both of the guys, one in May and the one in August, and he thinks that Revas is gonna beat Derek. If you are watching this, you don't need to do super chat. Just you can answer normal. The reason that you believe that Revas that you pull against Morozov was stronger than Morozov, or you are making an estimation that thinking that now 3.5 months later more, Revas should progress more than Morozov progress, because Morozov has been already at top. He's just pushing the limits while Revas just started to peak. What's the reason that you think that he's gonna win? One guy said that is it too late to get signed T-shirt for $100? No, my friend, it's not too late. Maybe one of the moderators can share if they have the time to do. We have been here almost 1 hour to 20:51 here, so 1:51 there. So let's do like last 9-10 minutes about the opinion that Levant gave recently. He said that the Devon that he felt in Dubai is the number 2 guy in the world, according to him. Do you agree? The Devon that you felt in Canada might be the number 2 guy in the world or not?
I don't know if I could rank them like
Mm.
that. I think there's a top elite level, and I think that's Levon. And
Yeah.
then I think there's a group of people below that, whether they're number 2, 3, and 4, or number 4, 3, and 2. I don't know what order they would be in, but I think Devon's definitely in the highest tier you can be without being Levon.
Okay. So you are saying that Devon is a very legit candidate for number 2 in the world. He
You're
is
right.
or he's not? He may be, right? He may be there, right?
He may be. I mean, I think he's a legit, contender for that, but I wouldn't know, you know, as far as whether he's 2 or 3 or 4. I can't judge that close. I'm going to look up this Adam Wawrinski while we're talking.
He lately beat Paul Talbot,
Oh,
and before that he beat one of the good guys, good American guys, a little bit older guys, but I forgot his name. American people here would remind me.
all right. Let's look this guy up, and let's go to upload date.
Use, thank you for your support, my friend.
Okay, yeah. Here's he is pulling Paul Talbot.
Yeah, Use, thank you for your super chat. Kurdecha versus Bajan left hand, my friend. Bajan says that he's not gonna be back. He said that he doesn't want to be back. How the addresses will be collected for the signed T-shirts. When you donate the money, the address that you are using, um, you will receive a message and you will be asked for the address. And then after the events, when after everyone signed the T-shirts, then the T-shirts will be shipped to you. And about the T-shirt signing, here is right front of me the one of the most experienced guys, Todd Hutchings.
All right. This Adam Wawrinski looks pretty tough.
Yes, very tough. He's slow, they say, but his endurance, they say, incredible. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I think it will be a very tough match.
Oh, here he is versus Paul Passamore.
Is it a recent match?
I can't. It's a YouTube short. I can't tell. Let's see. It was posted 2 months ago.
I don't know, with right arm, he is in a winning.
He looks good, and if Chad's coaching him, he'll be fast. I mean, he'll be fast off go. So I think Adam can beat
Sorry.
Bozadar.
Limit is before you say it's 202 pounds, 92 pounds. They agreed, and Bojidar is about 187.
I was going to
But
say that.
Adam is 95 kilo guy. He will be 92 at the weigh-in. So I'm expecting him to be a 95 kilo. So
Right.
yeah,
That yeah, I like Adam's chances. I mean, he's got the size. He looks like he's going to be fast, which is usually a detriment to that West. We're usually the lower guys on the table. So yeah, he's going to have a strong hand and a knuckle if Chad coached him. So
mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I'm expecting a war because Bojidar also a warrior. He can pull forever,
he
and
does, and he don't quit. Yeah, he can have one long match after another after another. It'll be.
yeah.
We'll see how much. We'll see how much gas Adam has in the tank. You know?
I mean, Adam. What people say is that once he stops the match, he really drains you. He just like sucks your energy. They say to him like a middleweight version of Devon about the endurance, but I don't know. I don't know how it is, but um. Anyway, so you can probably ask Chet if you are in touch with him, and then he can tell you. And for the people who didn't watch the beginning of the chat, uh, you are saying that if Devon comes, he's gonna beat Brudnik, but in a rematch, Brudnik is gonna beat him. If Devon comes in November, he is slightly favorite, while if he comes in January, he is heavily favorite. So just basically in a short, correct?
Yep, that's exactly what I believe.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, my friend, thank you very much for your time, and thank you for your
It's always a
predictions.
pleasure. I'll see you in
Yeah,
January.
yeah. See you in January. You will have some tough opponents. Looks
I
like,
always do.
yeah, you do. And we are honored to have you here, my friend. And you take care of yourself, and hope to see you in what, 2 months, 2.5
Yes,
months.
sir. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you. Yep. Hello, guys. Any 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 question you guys wanna ask? Okay. Anyway, so okay, I better go because every day I do live. Probably. Oh, by the way, Thursday I will have Dave Chaffee and Hermes Gasparini, and I may even call. Are you answer me? And Derek, sorry, I missed it. Let me find what you said. Why can I not find? Hmm, sorry, Derek, I can't find. I do I know. Anyway, so I didn't see the answer. Can you just copy and paste so I can? Um, there's one guy that. Anyway, so okay, guys. Thursday, Hermes Gasparini and Dave Chaffee and Capitan Charisma. Thank you for your. Why can't I find the interview with Travis? You will see the parts on the East versus West new YouTube channel, my friends. Victor, John Brzezinski versus Kidirgali Ongarbayev in Apple, possible, Engin? Yes, it is possible. It is all up to the athletes. I mean, it's all up to the athletes. No, no, I saw that. I saw that he said, Engin, I believe Revas will roll Morozov. I saw that, but that's not what I'm asking. He thinks that he's gonna roll Morozov is because what he felt that way that day, or he thinks that since Revas will have another 3.5 months from August to November 19th, he thinks that he will progress more than Morozov will progress. This is what I was asking. Sean, I don't think that anybody is calling anybody liar, but that is Levan's opinion, and Levan's opinion really weighs heavy. I respect that. If somebody is thinking different, it doesn't automatically mean they're calling him a liar, but he just thinks that probably, he thinks, believes differently. What is that? I believe Revas is gaining quickly. Also believe stylistically Morozov drags with his right hook that leaves his wrist to be attacked easier. I understand that. Thank you for your opinion, my friends. Um, if you are using Zoom Business and using PC, there is a feature live caption auto translate when people speak in different language, so you can read it immediately on the caption. Oh, does it translate good? If it is translating as good as YouTube is doing, I'm not sure if it's a good idea. Um, next match for Todd Hutchings. Next match for Todd Hutchings, my friend. Petro Margarin, possibly, but both Petro and Todd Hutchings may be pulling some others, but looks like that match, but anything can happen. Um, John versus Ongarbev in April makes more sense since John is most likely. Yeah. John is not gonna pull event in January. Thank you, Timbala. Thank you, my friend. You will find Travis Pageant live in parts on the East versus West YouTube channel, the official YouTube channel that people have been sharing here. That's where you will find them. Yeah. Yeah. East versus West t-shirts will be signed by Levant, Splenko, Burzing, and all the other competing athletes and myself as well. And we will cover the shipment. And who knows, maybe more people. Engin, are you going to Mexico? I may go to Mexico for the different stem cells that they are having. Maybe. AMTV, Engin, what will be your next interview? I don't know. I will just go and arrange. Um, Igor Paseka, yeah, it would be good. Yeah. Yeah, but Igor Paseka in who? I mean, remember Igor Paseka lost to Krasimir, and Margarit is the one that sent Krasimir to B side. So that draw played a big role in that category. So um, yeah, Devon is gonna for sure. I believe is gonna pull Rudnick. I don't know when, but soon we will know. And I think that will be one of the most important matches in the history because besides John, when I think about like technically, superior to most of the top athletes, both like Rudnick has incredible table IQ. Devon, at least as good as Rudnick. And these two are incredibly smart. Devon is more experienced, has more endurance, while Rudnick also have good endurance, but is for sure more explosive than Devon. So Devon is going to 253, while Rudnick is going up to 253. Remember, the Prudnik that we saw against Todd Hutchings was 107 kilo. The Prudnik that we will see in Istanbul will be 115 kilo, 8 kilo heavier. And the Devon that we saw against Levan was 130 kilo. Now, if we see that match, Devon will be 15 kilo lighter. So anything can happen with that match. Anything. Like my mind is saying Devon, but I will not be surprised if Rudik beats him. We will have a website, East versus West website soon. I think you will find all the information there. Yeah. I believe that Rudnick is better than his top eight shape. Um, and I go to school in the man with the mustache. I mean, we give the not the competition shirts that athletes are having on them, but we give the T-shirt with the athletes' pictures and the athletes sign on. Was Olexo also push person? I don't know about that one. Maybe I think not. They were very close, like brothers. Will you have John on before his versus? I already have John on YouTube program, but that would be good if I would have a if Devon would come. It would be good to have Devon, Brudnik, and John in the same program. It would be very good. It would be fun. You need to open a Patreon page for East versus West. I think we will do whatever is necessary. Yeah, Ungarbayev is the best pound for pound right arm puller from Kazakhstan. I mean, from Kazakhstan, yes, he may be the best pound for pound puller, but in the world, he's still one of the candidates. Um, can you please ask Uncle Todd if he's willing to have a rematch with Iraqi? The Todd is gone. The interview finished. My thoughts on Sanders versus Matt Mass, it can go anywhere, But I try not to give prediction because I'm the organizer. I don't want to be misunderstood. A lot of people are looking forward to, you know, again, is it 100% you will pull in your event again? If I'm back, if I feel ready, yeah, I want to pull, yeah. But I be careful because can we also buy unsigned t-shirts, meaning I don't want to wear t-shirt with signature. Yes, you better not wear because you will have to wash it and the signatures will go away. That is why we give standard large size so that you will save it as like a collection. Yeah, I'm training lightly. I started. Um, I don't know if it's gonna be too, guys. This is all I want is just to cover the expenses. I mean, I can easily put there. I will tell you to be honest. I can easily put there 5, 6 matches and would reach to similar pay-per-view numbers. But my intention is not that. My intention is I want to make arm wrestling popular, but not only the popular guys. I want to make lightweight popular. I want to, like in January, we will have Barbora versus Gabriela match and lightweight matches. I want to make arm wrestling popular as like we have legend category. Why? Because there has been some great arm wrestler from the past, and I want them to be also known by community. So that is my intention. So um, TV, yes. I mean, if they can cover the events, then yeah. I mean, why not? I mean, but in some way we need to cover these expenses. I mean, I tell you what, pay-per-view is not covering the events that I'm organizing. That's why I'm doing other things, and I'm barely covering. I don't want to talk more openly. No need for the details. If I didn't love arm wrestling this match, if I didn't love the community, if I didn't love the arm wrestlers and respect their sweat, I wouldn't be doing this. I love it. That's why I'm doing. And so, how to say, um, that is not as some people think. When is the East versus West 8 plan? Let's see. Let's see. Let's first focus on yeah, yeah. Give me yeah. East versus West. Alijan will pull. East versus West 6. He's supposed to pull Oleg Zov, but I will talk with both of them and let's see. Um, Engin, there was a comment some time ago offering $50,000 support. Did that guy lie or actually? I don't know if he lied or joking or whatever. Nobody contacted me. One guy one time contacted me. He said he's gonna support my event. Like from Instagram. He said like $1,000 or something. The next thing he said, "Oh, it's too small. I will support you $25,000." And then later he said $10,000, and then he disappeared. I mean, it's okay. I'm not depending on these things. I'm depending on the community support. Generally. Um, but thank you, Joanne. I love it. Um, yeah, thank you, Jonathan. It versus weight in June. I don't know. I will tell you guys something. The summer events are even more expensive. Expensive. The airplane tickets are much more expensive. Hotels are full, so they are making the price up. So we really need to be careful. Listen, you know why I'm so transparent about this kind of things with you guys? Because this is something that we do together. All together, we are doing. So whenever I do something, I explain to you guys that so you would understand why I'm doing things like the way that I'm doing. Mark Ship, where can I contact you? I would love to support the athletes for upcoming events and help pay for flights and hotels. Let me know, my friend. You can reach me um, through Messenger, through Instagram, and also through. Let me write you my email address right here. By the way, guys, if you want to know that um, two spots left, in fact, there was one spot left for the VIP sponsorship, but because Jerry got injured, so it looks like Paul Italia is not gonna come either. So two spots left for the VIP. Just remember, we cover in a five-star hotel your 3 nights, and you join the dinner together with Levan, Dennis, John Berzing, Gennady, Alex, Hermes, Dave Chappie, all of these guys, Morozov, all of those guys. And you will have a professional uh, uh, picture, um, and you will get one signed T-shirt, and you will have access to enter the short signing room with those stars, and then you will join the press conference, and you will have a right to ask a question live, during the press conference. And during the event, you will have the front seat VIP. Um, so this is like you can, if you are interested, you can reach me from the email address that I just shared. Um, but Travis to start the engine for the profit part. I don't know what it means. Thinking what happened to Travis. The Travis stream will be on the with parts on the East versus West YouTube channel. Um, um, do you think this will never ever happen again? So many armors legend champions elite athletes together at one place? Yeah, That is one of the reasons that Devon wanted to come so much for this event, because in the same room there is Levan, there is Dennis, there is John Berzing, Cobra, and himself, and many others. So for me too, I want to have a special picture, together, with all together, yes, but also with some of these guys separately. East versus West in Las Vegas 2023. Come to America. Yeah, I would love to do that. I really need to talk with John. John, like, yeah, if I'm gonna do something in US, like the first person to contact for me is um, John Berzing, and of course Devon as well. Yeah, and if you kneel and talk after the semester, no, we didn't talk. We didn't talk. I think we will talk. Yeah. My friend, Ongarbe and Irakli, they are gonna pull in January. If John, I mean, if Ongarbe beats Irakli, I don't think that if John beats Ongarbe later on, we'll need to pull Irakli. I think the winner, I think that John is gonna pull the winner of Ongarbe Irakli. This is what I'm just thinking. I think he just wants Devon to eat his eggs. Or this is, would you ever consider doing an arm wrestling reality show, showing the training and growth of arm wrestlers until competition and beyond? Yeah, yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, maybe I would do for my own self too, because I just had stem cells. I just start training. I'm sometimes thinking, because I started so light, maybe I should film it and share, how it is going and things like that. And I'll be like, I mean, would people be interested in that? No, I don't. Chance versus Ongarbev and Irakli, good match. I don't know, my friend. I don't know. They are both very good couplers. Any guy that is going inside with Chance would be better for Chance than going outside. But of course, Chance is a great. Um, Ingrid, did you get any feedback from old school labs? Yeah, I imagine they are very happy with all the views for matches with their adversary. I'm sure they are happy too. I mean, because yeah, East versus West is getting more and more popular. So I think that they are happy, and I'm happy too to get their support. While um, um, okay, second guy suspect who wants to get no need for delete. Ban is better. How would you join an Iraqi go? Think I don't know. I was thinking I don't know. It's very close match. Thinking, did you lose muscle mass after stem cell on arm? I didn't lose because of that, but because of being inactive for almost 2 months. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go train, and I start with very light, and then I stop training. So there is no constant training for me. So chest, shoulder, arms, like yeah. I mean, if I start training, good, it will come back. You will see. In 1 month, 2 months, it will come back. And a long time ago, you mentioned about your graphic designer working on a comic series about arm wrestling. I think yes. I don't know what he's doing lately. He's helping me, but hope stem cells work their magic through 24. Thank you, my friend. Let's see. Let's see. It is from my own cells, so my own cells are also 48 years old. So let's see. What do you guys think about making it like the guy who wins 4 rounds instead of the guy who wins 3 rounds? How do you guys see that? Like if I make it, the guy who wins 3 rounds wins. It's not like actually 6 rounds, but the one who reaches 4 rounds. I mean, if I do that, it's kind of get even longer. But maybe for the title matches, I don't know. I'm not gonna decide. Um, yeah, yeah. The beginning of the stream, if you watch, Todd Hutchings was there. Yeah, yes. Yes, yes, yes. If I do that, extra rounds, I need to uh, make. I think every day match should be 3 rounds. Shows it. He proved otherwise. In just remember Alex Burdecha match, and remember Vitaly match. He was not out of gas in those matches. Um, yeah, if you beat the guy 2 times in a row, you are better than you. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the agreement, my friend. If they agree that way, they agree that way. But if you go in somewhere, win 3 rounds, you cannot say that, I won the first 2 rounds, I'm better than you. I mean, whatever the rule that you accept, I mean, there cannot be an opinion. Anonymous, have you found open for this event? Is he definitely attending? Yes, he is definitely attending. Yeah, yeah, maybe. Yeah, my channel is more than that, more than that with the lives and everything from the beginning. I think near 11 million, but that number must be correct as well. Maybe without lives, something. Um, yeah, I mean, again, guys, whatever is happening with the East versus West, we are doing all together. Also on Brian Shaw's potential. To be honest, I'm very, very busy. I saw the interview, some part of interview with like Derek and uh, Sh- Brian Shaw. But other than that, I didn't have so much time to watch the actual training. I don't really know much about it. Maybe Derek can inform me. If I go to Mexico, I may try stem cell a different way than mine what I had, but it's for sure it's not embryo or something. I would never do such thing. But, the best match in this year is the Zurab Berizze versus Rambet. Nothing even close. Little kayak, nice podcasting in. Wish you all the best. Thank you for your support, my friend. Thank you for everything you do. You are welcome, my friend. You are welcome. So let's see how it will be. Yeah, I need to do a lot of work. I need to do a lot of work. Let's see. Let's see. Let me contact last time with Devon and then see if I see anything. If not, I'm gonna probably find someone else. I need to be careful. Many people are suggesting me to uh, put a super heavyweight guy for Brunei. Him being a super heavyweight guy, a top guy, may that be put him in a risk to get injured as January event is only 2 months later. Yeah, Sheffield versus Laletin was very good too. But just just go and rewatch Zurab versus Rambet. You will understand the difference. Um, oh, Brian is basically the goat of this sport. If he's interested in arm wrestling, he will bring more eyes. Wow, it's interesting. Um, they will hello Engin, rather much love. I really hope you will talk to Matushenko about all this. And Bogoslav, have you seen this latest clips? It's insane. Wow, I didn't know. I didn't know. I want to invite Matushenko for a YouTube interview before the East versus West. Let's see what he's thinking. Yeah, thank you, Jimmy Turner. Thank you very much. Anyways, guys, so I better go and continue working for East versus West. You all take care and thank you for your support.